Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Cool.
York, number 7, Ita Apagi. A freshman from Flushing, New York, number 8, Ian McIntosh. A sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, number 9, Alexis Ramirez. A junior from East Elmhurst, New York, the captain, number 11, Stanley Sanchez. A freshman from Flushing, New York, number 12, Sebastian Gomez. And a junior from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, number 13, David Hitler, Jr. And the libero, a junior from Jamaica, New York, number 1, Ahmed Al-Jazzi. Now let's meet the Baruch College Bearcats. The Cuniac Rookie of the Week, freshman from Yorktown, Indiana, number 5, Corey Livingston. A sophomore from Fresh Meadows, New York, number 6, Kairos Liang. A junior from Brooklyn, New York, number 7, Peter Yagor. A junior from New York, number 8, Zachary Yao. Your center, a graduate student from Elmont, New York, number 9, Ryan Owen. A sophomore from Manorville, New York, number 13, Aaron Clark. And your libero, a sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, number 11, David Clay. Your head coach is Edwin Starr, assistant coach Kenny Allen. Let's play some volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, CUNY Athletic Conference, Baruch College, the NCAA promotion sportsmanship by CMAC.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Baruch Athletics on YouTube. My name is Mike Higgins, bringing you live inside the Arc Arena for some CUNYAC men's volleyball action. It is the Baruch College Bearcats taking on the York College Cardinals in the first of 2 meetings between these two teams. Bearcats come into this one having lost back-to-back. Those losses came on the road against 2 top 5 teams in the country in Stevens and Vassar. Baruch is still undefeated, however, in the CUNYAC up to this point, looking to improve to 4-0 in that category this afternoon. Last conference win for the Bearcats came on the road at Brooklyn College, who put up more of a fight than Baruch was probably expecting, as the Bulldogs managed to steal the 3rd set in that one. Baruch, of course, ended up taking the match in 4. And if you follow CUNYAC volleyball, you know that over the past several years, York has been one of the bottom feeders of the conference, but this Cardinals squad in the early part of the season has looked like a much better team than what we've seen over the past few years. They brought back David Hayliger Jr., who has been their best player ever since arriving at York, now in his senior year, as well as their setter Stanley Sanchez. They also added a big-time freshman in Sebastian Gomez, who has suddenly become the #1 option on offense and is looking to help York take that next step in being able to compete with the rest of the CUNYAC. Baruch will serve first. It'll be Ryan Oman, the setter. The up official, Russell Rodriguez, gives him the whistle. And here we go on a Sunday afternoon in Manhattan. Baruch and York. Ball is up in the ceiling, and it's going to land. And Ryan Oman's got Baruch on the board first. That's an error from Oman. Starting for the Bearcats, Oman, as you saw, is the setter. On the outside, it's Corey Lingenfelter and Kairos Liang. On the right side, it's Peter Gavrov, who moved over to the right side in the Stevens game. That's a service error on Stanley Sanchez, the York setter. And in the middle, it's Zach Yao and Aaron Clark, who's off the court right now. Wearing the blue jersey is David Tang, the libero. Liang throws it up. Good pass. Here's David Hayliger. I think the ref might have missed a net touch there, but here's Gavrov, and that one is out. And we are tied at 2. York is coming off back-to-back games that have gone 5 sets. Good pass by Tang. Omen for Lingenfelter, and he's blocked by David Hayliger, and York takes a 3-2 lead. So York defeated Bryn Athyn College at home in the back end of a tri-match last Saturday in 5 sets before falling to SUNY Old Westbury on the road in 5 sets on Thursday. Liang with a good pass. Here's Lingenfelter again, and he's turned away by Hayliger again. And Gavrov, right between the blockers, ties it at 3. As Aaron Clark will check into the game with Zach Yao going back to serve. York is a team that is very pin heavy. They do not get a lot of offense out of the middle. Most of the kills are going to come from their big 3 pin hitters in Hayliger, Gomez, and Alexis Ramirez. As that one is into the net by Hayliger to put Baruch up 4-3. Zach Yao will serve. Good pass by Ahmed Algendi. Here's Gomez, and that one's into the net. Back-to-back attack errors by the Cardinals. Sebastian Gomez, he's been a very nice surprise for this Cardinals squad. He is averaging 4.5 kills per set, which is 5th in all of Division III. They'll set him again, soft touch, that one lands, and Gomez has his first kill of the day. He comes into this game with 50 kills in each of his last 2 games. Here's Aaron Clark. That's off the hands of Ite Adegboye. Hayliger off the hands of Clark. Here's Lingenfelter. And he tips that one wide of the sideline, and we're tied at 5. And it'll be the York middle blocker, Ian McIntosh, who throws it up. Lingenfelter with a good pass. Gavrov one-on-one with Gomez. And Gomez hit the net on the block. It's a point for the Bearcats. Peter Gavrov, 17 kills against Stevens on Thursday. That's a season high. Gomez handles it, and he hammers it home to tie it at 6. Sebastian Gomez, again, 50 kills between the last 2 games. 26 against Old Westbury, 24 against Bryn Athyn. And that's an ace for David Hayliger. And York is up 7-6. Good pass by David Tang. D-ball to Gavrov. No doubt about it, we're tied at 7. So here's Corey Lingenfelter to serve, the reigning CUNYAC Rookie of the Week. Did not see a lot of action against Stevens. They wanted to try something different with Gavrov on the right side. And that's going to be a net violation by Ite Adegboye, the freshman middle. And Baruch is up 8-7 with Lingenfelter at the line. Algendi struggles to handle the serve, and that one's into the net by Gomez. Couldn't get a good swing on that. Probably should have just sent a free ball over. And it's Baruch by 2. Lingenfelter throws it up. Good pass by Ramirez. Here's Gomez. Nice power tip, great dig by Gavrov. Tang sends over the free ball. Inside to Gomez. Sent over by Clark. Sanchez trying to dump it. He was turned away. Play continues. Here's Liang. And off the platform of Ramirez, Kairos Liang picks up his first kill to put Baruch ahead by 3. So a lot of action against Stevens. And he remains on the outside in this one. Gomez, good dig by Tang. Out of system ball to Liang. Short ball to Adegboy. And another kill for Gomez. Went for the power tip again. This time he put it away. That's his third kill. He is now second in the CUNYAC with 113 on the season. And that serve misses to put Baruch back up by 3 as Aaron Clark will go back to serve. (11-8) Baruch lead here in the first set. And that one's short from Clark. It looked like he rushed it a little bit. So York back to within 2 as Adegboye will go back to serve with McIntosh checking back in. Tough receive, and that's going to be an ace. Lingenfelter with a tough receive. It hit the rafters, and it came shooting back down. Nobody was able to pick it up. Much better pass that time. Liang goes right at Adegboye, and Baruch sides out. It's 12-10. So we're one full rotation through. Ryan Oman goes back to serve. Algendi with a good pass. A quick middle run to McIntosh. And he uses the hands to pick up a kill. York does not run the middles a whole lot, but that was a good run there. Zach Yao answers on the 31 ball. That's a great find by Oman to put Baruch back ahead by 2 as Liang throws it up. Sanchez for Hayliger. Denied. Peter Gavrov. 14-11. Making the most of his opportunity on the right side. Good pass by Algendi. Hayliger again, that one misses. And Baruch is up 15-11. Bit of a roll shot serve by Liang that time. It came right over, and Yao is stuffed. Ian McIntosh with the big press. So York hanging tough with the Bearcats, although they don't have a lot of their main starters in right now. Lingenfelter turned away by McIntosh. Liang goes right at Sanchez. Hayliger puts it down. And York cuts it to 2. David Hayliger was second in the conference in kills last season, 263. Somehow not named a CUNYAC All-Star. And Gavrov, who was one-on-one with Gomez, puts it away to make it 16-13. And now Zach Yao will go back to serve, with Clark checking back in. Tough receive, and that one's not coming back. It's an ace for Yao. Gomez tried to use his hands there, but the ball was near his belly button. Ideally, should have used his platform there, as Yao will serve again. Handled by Algendi. And Hayliger. Beautiful set from Sanchez, just shooting it to the right side, and Hayliger hammers it home. Good serve by Ramirez. Gavrov. And it's out of bounds. Good effort by Sanchez to try and keep it in play. It ends up wide of the Baruch sideline. So here's Gavrov. And he's got an ace. And Baruch now has its largest lead of the set. They lead by 5. Another strong serve from Gavrov. Comes right over, and Ryan Oman. Oh no, it stays in play. Great effort by the Cardinals. Clark puts it away, and Baruch is up by 6. Cardinals wanted a carry on that, as they thought the ball was behind Clark. But it's a kill nonetheless. Another powerful serve from Gavrov, and it's not coming back. Baruch with a 21-14 lead, as they're now starting to find their groove. 2 aces from Gavrov in this set. Great pass by Ramirez. And Oman on the overpass puts it down, and we're going to get a York timeout with Baruch 3 points away from taking set number 1. We'll be right back. Back out of the timeout. Baruch leading York 22-14 here in set number 1. Peter Gavrov putting together a nice service run here. He has served 6 in a row with 2 aces. Sanchez for Adegboye, and he puts it away. Gavrov wishes he had that one back, as he definitely could have got that one up. So here's David Hayliger Jr. Great pass by Tang. Kairos Liang taking flight out of the back row. 23-15. So here's Corey Lingenfelter. Baruch 2 points away from taking the first, as that's a service error. York up to 16. So here's Sebastian Gomez. named Cuniac Rookie of the Week 2 weeks ago. Clark with the left hand misses the sideline. And York now up to 17. Gomez on serve. And that's an error, and Baruch now with set point. And it'll be Aaron Clark to serve for the set. He had an errors last time back there. Let's see what he can do here. Tough receive by Ramirez, and a bit of an ugly set, but we play on. And Yao was in the net. A bit of an odd no call there, as it looked like a clear carry from Stanley Sanchez. But nonetheless, York able to side out, and it'll be Adegboye. But he commits the service error, and that'll do it for set number 1. Baruch takes it 25-18. We'll be right back for set number 2. You're watching Baruch Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for set number 2 between the Baruch College Bearcats and the York College Cardinals. No changes in lineup for either team. As the liberos get waved in by the down official, we'd like to remind you that this Tuesday coming up, it's a big week for our men's and women's basketball, as they will host Brooklyn College. Both teams will host Brooklyn College in their Cuniac semifinal matchups. The women's game will be at 5:30, the men at 7:30. Stanley Sanchez gets us going in set number 2. That's a Bit of a misconnect between Omen and Yao. So York will strike first in set number 2. Liang handles the serve. Omen goes right back to him, and that one's out. And York with a 2-0 lead to start set number 2. Stanley Sanchez, who's serving right now, he had some big performances this past week. 55 assists in each of his last 2 games. And when you have games going 5 sets as often as the Cardinals have, you get opportunities to really put some numbers on the stat sheet. Omen on serve here. Algendi with a good pass. Alexis Ramirez dug out by Tang. Algendi handles. Here's Hayliger. That's blocked. Zach Yao closing it with Gavrov. And that ties it at 2. Omen back to serve once again. Handled by Algendi. They go for Hayliger again, and that's through the hands of Omen. And York able to side out. 3rd kill of the game for David Hayliger. And now it'll be Alexis Ramirez. It was a really nice surprise for York last season. 113 kills. He's on pace for a lot more this year. That's a service error. And we're going to get our first substitution of the game. It's going to be Joseph LeBron, the backup libero, to check in and play back row. And we're going to get a yellow card here. Stanley Sanchez trying to get an explanation here. So we will not get a substitution here. Ramirez will stay in the game as I guess Anthony Reyes penciled in LeBron as the second libero. So that makes him ineligible to sub in for anyone else, except for the other libero, Ahmed Algendi. Gavrov sends over the free ball. Hayliger, that's a tight set, and that hit the antenna. He was under the net anyway. It would have been a point for Baruch regardless. So we're tied at 4 here with Zach Yao at the line. And that one's out. Good eye by Sebastian Gomez there. So Hayliger will go back to serve, with York leading Baruch 5-4 early in this second set. Tosses it a mile high that time. Aaron Clark. He was blocked, but Adegboye got the net. It's a blocking error. So it's a free kill for Clark. And that ties it at 5 with Gavrov going back to serve. Had a couple of aces in that first set. Again, 17 kills against Stevens on Thursday. And there's Gomez to put York back ahead. So now he will go back to serve. Off the tape, Omen for Lingenfelter, and he buries it down the line. Right between the blockers. Baruch with the "he's a freshman" chant from the bench. Off the tape from Lingenfelter. D-ball to Hayliger, and he sneaks it inside the block of Liang. And York is hanging tough with Baruch here in set number 2. They lead 7-6. Tang with a good pass. And that's off the ceiling. Good effort by Sanchez to try to pancake that ball up. But it lands on the York side, and now Dennis Hu will check in. And teams should be trembling in fear when they see Dennis Hu at the service line, as he set an NCAA record, 28 aces against Medgar Evers College last Tuesday. And we won't see any, at least now, as he commits the service error to put York back ahead. And Clark will immediately check back in. If you watched the broadcast of that game against Medgar Evers, I was pretty much certain it was a Baruch record. Whether or not it was an NCAA record, I wasn't so sure. But we can confirm it was an NCAA record for Dennis Hu of 28 aces. As Ryan Oman goes back to serve, as Zach Yao just picked up a kill. Tough receive from Gomez. Free ball from Gomez to Lingenfelter. And a swing and a miss by Yao that time. And back and forth we go here in set number 2 between the Cardinals and the Bearcats. And that's a service error on Ramirez to tie it at 9. So here's Kairos Liang. Good pass by Algendi. And Sebastian Gomez picks up a kill. York back ahead, 10-9. As here's Ian McIntosh to serve. And another service error from the Cardinals. They're hanging with the Bearcats. They want as few service errors as possible. York's got to remind themselves, this is the 4-time defending CUNYAC champions we're playing against. Got to limit the errors here if you're the Cardinals. And that's not an error, as Sebastian Gomez hammers that ball home to put York ahead 11-10. The freshman out of Cardozo making his presence known. Gavrov, and that's going to be a blocking error, as Adegboye got the net. No argument from Anthony Reyes. And we're tied at 11 with Gavrov on serve. It's a good one. Sanchez, D-ball to Hayliger. That one hit the tape. Not touched by a blocker. And Baruch now has the lead. It's 12-11. Gavrov, who was absolutely ripping it in the first set, trying to do some more damage from the line here in set number 2. And he does. He delivers an ace, his third of the game, to put Baruch up by 2. That one's coming over. Oman swinging, but it's out. Assistant coach Adil Manji victimized by that swing. So it's again a 1-point game with Sebastian Gomez going back to serve. And that one not even close. York having a tough time serving in set number 2 here. But yet they still only trail by 2. York was nearly out of rotation. And that's going to be an ace for Lingenfelter. And Baruch now with its largest lead of the set. Good pass by Algendi. Here's Ramirez. That one's out. And this is where the errors start to haunt you if you're York College. As Baruch now has a 4-point lead. York was hanging with Baruch pretty much all set. And now they give up a free ball here, and Gavrov puts away the D-ball. It's now a 17-12 lead for the Bearcats. As Lingenfelter tries to do more damage from the service line. That one's coming over, and Liang puts it down. Oh no, they're saying he got the net. It's an error. I thought it was the blocker that hit the net. But the down official, Zach Fromart, says otherwise. So here's Ite Adegboye. And another service error from the Cardinals. As Dennis Hu will check back in to serve for Clark. So it's now a 5-point lead for the Bearcats. Handled by Gomez. They go right back to him in the back row. Lingenfelter digs it out. Oman tracks it down. And Gavrov heads up back there. You think he's comfortable playing right side? Good serve by Hu. That one hits the ceiling on its way over. And stop me if you heard this before. It's an ace for Dennis Hu. Timeout York. We'll be right back. 7-point lead for the Bearcats here in set number 2. Back out of the timeout. Baruch with a 20-13 lead here in set number 2. Dennis Hu, the serving sub for Aaron Clark. Trying to give Baruch some more. Good pass by Algendi. Gomez into the net on the Bick. And Baruch's lead now up to 8. Speaking of 8, that's how many kills Peter Gavrov has. That's also the amount of attacks he has. He's hitting 1,000 in this one. Gomez handles the serve. Here's Ramirez. And he tools the block of Zach Yao to side out for York. Quiet day so far for Alexis Ramirez, as that's just his first kill. That's an ace. Stanley Sanchez finds the corner. He goes for that same spot. Gavrov, the out-of-system ball to Liang. Gomez digs it out. Here's Ramirez. And back-to-back kills for Alexis Ramirez. York trying to find some life here as they have cut it back to 5. And that one misses from Sanchez. That's a tough miss. So it goes back to Ryan Oman. Just got to wait for Hayliger to tie his shoe here. 17 assists for Ryan Oman. Goes right at Gomez. This will be a free ball from Ramirez. Gavrov. And he's 9 for 9. (23-16). They're 2 points away from going up 2-0 in the match. Oh, and that's a tough way for Peter Gavrov to end his perfect day, as the overpass sort of handcuffed him. So we'll get a serving sub for Ramirez. It'll be George Molina, the sophomore from Brooklyn. Handled by Tang. Liang with a roll shot. Sanchez digs it out. Free ball from Hayliger, and that was a real strong free ball. And Baruch couldn't corral it. It's a free ball kill for David Hayliger. 5 kills for him. And that's an error from Molina. So Baruch with 6 set points. It'll be Kairos Liang to serve for the set. And that one's short, and York has life, and it'll be Ian McIntosh. Puts it in play. Tang with a good pass. And Ryan Oman with the invisible setter dump to close out the second set. 25-19 the final. We'll be right back for set number 3. Baruch looking for the sweep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, Baruch leads York 2-0 here in this CUNYAC matchup on this Sunday afternoon in Manhattan. Couple of lineup changes for the Bearcats. Dennis Hu is in there as the right side, and we're going to see Jacob Chen for the first time, number 17. Starting in the back row, we'll see if he ends up in the front row at all. Omen will serve it up for the Bearcats. He's got 18 assists to lead Baruch. Stanley Sanchez with 14 assists for York. That's a good serve. This will be a free ball from Sanchez. Dennis Hu, denied. Sebastian Gomez, one-on-one with Dennis Hu. And York starts up 1-0. Chen handles the serve. And they're saying it was not touched. It looked like Liang tooled the block, but the referees are saying it only got tape. Omen trying to argue, but they're going to stick with the call here. So Sanchez on serve with York up 2-0. Here's Dennis Hu. No doubt about that one. First kill of the day for Dennis Hu. And Lingenfelter will check in for Jacob Chen. So Kairos Liang will serve. He's got 4 kills in this one. Algendi with a good pass. Here's Gomez. Turned away by Lingenfelter. Hayliger on the outside. Denied. Hu and Yao combining for the rejection. That ties it at 2. It's served by Liang. Hayliger misses long, and Baruch takes the lead, 3-2. Looks like Peter Gavrov's afternoon is over with Hu replacing him on the right side. Currently leading Baruch with 9 kills. Omen for Yao. That one's long, and we're tied at 3. Sebastian Gomez leading York with 7 kills, hitting .250. And Gavrov hit 800 in those first 2 sets. 9 kills, 1 error on 8 swings, or on 10 swings, excuse me. So Yao will serve for Baruch after the service error by Gomez. Handled by Ramirez. Sanchez goes right back to him. Omen handles the roll shot. Dennis Hu puts it away right off the platform of Gomez. And it's 5-3 in favor of the Bearcats. Looking for the sweep, trying to go 4-0 in CUNYAC play. And that's going to be a net violation on the Bearcats. It'll be a kill for Ian McIntosh out of the middle, his second. York's got to be pleased with how they're playing against Baruch. That's a service error on McIntosh. The only thing they can really be upset about is the errors. Over the past few years, York has really been a pedestrian team, but they have shown a lot of growth in the early going of this season. Gomez out of the back row. That one misses. And it's a 3-point Baruch lead. York opened their CUNYAC schedule with a win over CCNY. It was their first win over a CUNYAC opponent not named Medgar Evers since 2019. And Ramirez able to tool the block of Clark to cut the deficit to 2. And we're going to see Val Rodriguez check in, the backup setter, and Peter Gavroff will check back in. And it looks like Baruch will run a 6-2 in this third set. So Gavroff's afternoon is not over after all. As David Hayliger throws it up. Great pass by Liang. Oh, it's off the ceiling though. Gavroff sends over the short free ball. D-ball to Hayliger. Tang digs it out. Lingenfelter. And they're calling it out. The line judge, Carolina Lundquist, signaled a touch. So we're going to give the point to York, as Hayliger will serve again. Good pass by Lingenfelter. Gavroff, no doubt about it. He's up to 10 kills now. An 8-6 lead for the Bearcats. That's an error on Lingenfelter. And Jacob Chen, who started this third set, replaces Lingenfelter in the back row, and we're going to see George Molina serve for Alexis Ramirez once again. York trailing by 1. Let's see what Molina can do from the line. Liang from off the net. Good dig by Algendi. Here's Gomez against the triple block, but it stays in play. Great effort by Tang to keep it alive. Liang with a roll shot. At a system ball to Gomez. And that did not touch a blocker. It's an error. It's a 9-7 lead for the Bearcats. Ramirez checks back in for Molina, as Aaron Clark will serve here. That might have been going out. Algendi played it though. Gomez through the hands of Clark. It's a kill. That's 8 for Gomez. And York once again hanging tough with Baruch in the early parts of this set. Rodriguez for Liang. And that's into the tape. That ties it at 9. As Ite Adegboye will serve. Gavroff, once again, just burying it. And that puts Baruch ahead 10-9. Gavroff now up to 80 kills on the season, as Omen and Hu check back in. Ryan Omen, by the way, almost forgot to mention, in the game against Vassar, moved into 4th in Baruch history on the all-time assist list. He passed Jesus Echevarria as Zach Yao picks up a block. He's got 4 block assists in this game, as he combines with Dennis Hu for the rejection. So Ryan Omen now 4th in Baruch history in assists, as he's inching closer to 2,000. Good effort by Jacob Chen to keep that alive. It's Gomez again. Good effort by Tang to keep it alive, but just out of the reach of Hu. And it's now 11-10. Good pass by Chen. Here's Hu. Puts it away. And a new libero in the game for the Bearcats. It's Joseph LeBron, who tried to check in for Alexis Ramirez before, but was yellow carded for it. And Charlie Nguyen checks in for the Bearcats. First time we're seeing him today, as that's an error on Liang. Nguyen replacing Lingenfelter in the lineup. Good pass by Tang. They go right for Nguyen. And he sails that one out, and we're tied at 12. Good serve from Gomez. Great set. Omen to Hu. Just a beautiful set, shooting that all the way to the right side. And Dennis Hu now with 5 kills off the bench. Good pass by LeBron. And Haylegger hammers it home. Going right around Aaron Clark to tie it at 13. That's a great swing. Good pass by Tang on the serve by McIntosh. And there's Charlie Nguyen. His first kill as a Bearcat. And that puts Baruch ahead 14-13. The transfer from Regis College in Massachusetts, the Boston native. He gets on the stat sheet as a Baruch Bearcat. Good serve by Hu. Free ball from Gomez is short. And it's Baruch by 2. That one comes right over on 1. And Omen tried to put a little finesse on that set, but he could not connect with Clark. So Rodriguez and Gavrov check back in as Baruch makes the double switch. And that's a service error on Haylegger to make it 16-14. And now we will see Charlie Nguyen at the service line. Likes to be called Charky. So we're going to go with that for the rest of the season. Charky Nguyen. Great pass by Gomez. Ramirez off the hands. Here's Liang. Power tip right at Haylegger. Ramirez turned away by Gavrov. They go back to him. And he tried to go over the block that time, but it's out of bounds. One thing's for certain, you're not going to OT Peter Gavrov. Great serve by Nguyen. D-ball to Haylegger. Nguyen with the dig. Gavrov. Handled by Gomez. Free ball from Hayliger, no in with the dig. Swing and a miss by Clark. Stays in play though. Ramirez, dug out by Nguyen. Here's Gavroff. That's blocked by Adegboye. And look at that. Sebastian Gomez swinging on two. It looked like Hayliger wanted to set that ball, and Gomez just took flight out of the back row and put it away. So a positive miscommunication on the York side. That's 10 kills for Sebastian Gomez. And a service error on George Molina. That puts Baruch ahead 18-15. And now Clark will go back to serve. So Clark and Yao getting the full match as the middles in this one. We didn't see Ari Osmanai at all today, nor did we see Noah Pack. As Gomez hits the antenna on the swing, that puts Baruch up by 4. And they're inching closer to a sweep. That's a nice swing out of the middle for Ite Adegboye. Second kill for him, as he'll go back to serve now, with McIntosh returning to the front row. Handled by Jacob Chen. Bit of a low set for Yao. Soft touch from Gomez. Here's Gavroff. Low set, had to send over a free ball. Big swing by Gomez. Great effort by Tang to keep it in play. Gomez. Referee might have missed a lift there. Gavroff for Liang, slowed down by Sanchez. Gomez, great dig by Tang. Rodriguez keeps it in play. What a rally we've got here. Gomez into the net. And that ends probably the longest rally of the day. And Baruch is up to 20. Gavroff will serve. With Baruch 5 points away from a sweep. He's got 3 aces today. Great pass by Ramirez. Gomez. Another great dig by David Tang. And Kairos Liang able to make the tight set work. Baruch with a 5-point cushion. 21-16. Great serve by Gavroff. Free ball from LeBron. Rodriguez for Liang. Cross court. And Gomez nearly found the corner, but it was just long. Bearcats 3 points away. That one misses from Gavroff. York with a 5-point deficit here. They've done a good job offensively. Gavroff on the D ball. That one's out. Just the second error for Gavroff in this one. Sanchez on serve, that's into the net. And That's been the story for York today. They had done a good job hanging with Baruch in pretty much all 3 sets, but their downfall has been 17 service errors. Baruch with 9. LeBron handles the Liang serve. Wow, David Tang just picking up everything. And they get the point out of it. Word on the street is that the other 29% of the earth that isn't covered by water is covered by number 11 on Baruch. As that's an error on Liang. So it's match point now with Gomez at the line. York needs 5 in a row here. One side out for the Bearcats and it's over. And they won't have to worry about it, as that's the 18th service error for the Cardinals. Bearcats win the third 25-9. They win the match 3-0 and improve to 4-0 in CUNYAC play. So other than the service errors, Anthony Reyes has to be pleased with his squad offensively. 10 kills from Gomez to lead York, 11 kills from Peter Gavroff to lead Baruch. Ryan Oman with 22 assists. So that'll do it for this one. Bearcats will be in action next on Thursday, right back here at the Arc Arena against Lehman College, another CUNYAC showdown. That game will be at 7:30. So that'll do it here from the Arc Arena. I'm Mike Higgins. We will see you on Thursday.